Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Cobalt Core, where we are in the Sapphire Cluster on our second run here. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. Honestly, I think our ship is in a good spot. Our deck seems good. I like the drones. I like the drone mechanics a lot. In a weird way, they're sort of like an attack and a shield at the same time, which is kind of cool. So looking at this, we for sure want to hit as many of the unusually strong enemy encounters as possible. And I kind of feel like I want to stick to the top path here, just because I also want to maximize the number of unknown energy signature nodes that we hit. They actually seem to be pretty good in this game. So that means really it's either one of these two, actually any one of these first three things is reasonable, and then we're headed to the question mark afterward. Yeah, I guess this one. Arbitrarily. A Goliath Defender. Okay. Whenever the ship is shot, the part that was hit gains armor for the rest of that turn. Okay. That's not such a big deal. So it's easy enough to only take 2 damage here. And in fact, if I move over first and then hit Battalion, then the shield drone just eats the shot. That seems like a pretty decent way to go. Yeah, I think that works. And then just radio control. Aha! Right, we did double damage to some part there. One of those 2 parts was the brittle part, although it is now armored. Okay, so that's brittle, and the missile bay is brittle. Do we get... Yes, we did get a drone move. Obviously, it'd be better not to take the hit here ourselves, but... Flex move. I really want to play Genesis Canister. What I'm thinking is like Genesis Canister into Think Twice. Because what's still in our deck is like basic dodge would be good, shield surge would be good. It is totally possible that we draw and just are sad, but also we have to start getting rid of these Genesis Canisters, right? Okay, cool. So yeah, basic dodge just gets us... do I particularly care? Because left and right both get us only hit for 2. I don't know that it matters. I'm gonna go left arbitrarily. The really excellent work from the cannons, or from the gun drones. So this, we haven't seen Rock Factory yet. This is a good opportunity to hit Rock Factory. And then like radio control and we just win, right? Okay, so Rock Factory is a status that we gain where we launch 1 asteroid at the start of every turn. And then, you know, like, we'll point a block up, not that it matters. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. The drones seem great, right? Do we want to keep any of this stuff? Double drone shift, double evade for 2 is actually very good. Just like a lot of evasion and dumping drones out onto the battlefield seems really strong. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. And what have we here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Faulty jump point. We are way too close to a black hole. How close is too close? If we don't jettison something right now, we're in serious trouble. Oh, we get to lose a card. Or jettison part of the hull. Why would I not want to lose a card? I mean, granted, like these are among our better cards, but like, what if we just trade out this flex move for the flex move we just gained? It's like we just got an upgrade instead of a card gain. The question is there any reason to keep Scramble? Because we just picked up a card that is strictly better than Scramble, right? But maybe Temp Shot. You know what? My gun is so rarely clear. Actually, let's lose a block shot. We can pass the event horizon a little, as a treat. That's not funny. It's like a little funny. Yeah, and then I think we want to stay on the top route here. We certainly don't need a repair yard. We could drop 2. Ooh. That's something I didn't really think about. We do have that upgrade that lets us drop 2 cards at the repair yard. We could throw out like 2 basic shots, or like basic block and basic shot. That does seem good though, doesn't it? I'm having a lot of fun exploring the unknown events though so far. Let's keep on that. Even though throwing cards away obviously is very good. Yo, check out Stardog over here. Well, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that, Stardog. So we just shift. We shift left twice and then battalion. But like play basic dodge and then battalion is what I'm saying. Well, yeah, I don't really want to like. You know, I wasn't paying attention. If we play a battalion when we have the bubbler up, does it bubble all of the? It probably just bubbles the one that comes out to the left, right? Because that's the first one. So if we were to play it right now, it would bubble the shield drone. So they don't want to put a drone out in front of the missile, is all I'm thinking. Maybe I'm better off staying where I am. Just like battalion now. Stay still, play basic dodge to gain a point of evasion, and then move left to hide behind the drones next turn and make all these missiles useless. I kind of like that. We'll just let this happen. And so did one, none of those are bubbled. We have the bubble status now. All right, because it's not every 4 things you put out, it's for every 4 cards you played. And then if we were to play battalion now, it would bubble the left attack drone, I'm sure. Okay, that works for me. So how do we want to manage this? Because we could hit flex move. Just slide the attack drones over so that I'm just shooting him in the wing. And then scramble over that way myself. We don't get to play the Genesis canister. Maybe that's okay though. You know, we're working on them slowly but surely. If we do play Genesis canister, like there's a version of this, we could probably draw a radio control. Hate to lose one of my good drones so early. I think I am just going to take the flex move. We're going to not Genesis canister just yet. And then scramble to get me to here. Yeah. Okay, cool. We found the brittle part. Missile shot's a little awkward. I wish that brittle part wasn't all the way on his left edge. Honestly, like, this is not a bad time for a Genesis canister. Now that we know what Rock Factory does, I don't know if I think it's actually good. We might want to remove it from the deck. I was mostly curious how it worked, right? I don't want to parallel shift right now. Well, I mean, we're gonna lose one of the drones to a missile no matter what. If I do this and Genesis canister, why give it to him though? Yeah, I think I'm going to canister. Oh, right. I don't always have 4 energy. What am I talking about? So I have that idea in my head from a previous run. Ooh, big missile. Okay. So, really wish I had some evade this turn. I mean, we're fine, right? Because obviously, like, I can just shield these shots. Solar Breeze draws me a card. Yeah, let's start with that because I'd really love some evasion. How does this interact with? I guess we won't really get to check it out, but like, let's play the drone because we should play the drone. Let's shoot the missile that's gonna hit us, and then just radio control. Oh, radio control fires the entire mid-row, not just my stuff. I don't think I had realized that before. Interesting. We all miss Larry. We all already miss Larry. So I probably want to scoot over to the side here. And then scoot again. There's no point in shield surging. I really don't want a drone shift right now. Yeah, all right, whatever. Okay, and the answer on how does the bubble interact with a missile being shot into it is exactly the way you would hope. It works the good way. So let's draw shot. Okay, flex move B, not what I was looking for. Radio control gets us a kill though, it's fine. Yeah, the shield drone from Battalion often just like is 2 or 3 points of shield attached to making 2 powerful drones, and then it gets blown up, and by that point you're at full shield, and it's like, okay, cool, whatever. So random movement, attack for 0? Huh. That's on there so that if you're power drived or whatever, you can get some damage out of it. Honestly, I don't know that I want. Once you get quick thinking upgraded to quick thinking B, it is as though your deck is a little bit smaller in a way. But maybe I don't want any of these cards. I kind of don't want any of those cards. All right. Hey, look, it's y'all. Howdy. Did you know we're running an upcycling program here? We're turning old unwanted junk into new wanted junk. Okay, replace a card with a random rarer card. Replace a card with the same rarity card from another deck. Like from a run that I've done previously, or what does from another deck mean? What is the rarity of Rock Factory? Does like the shininess of the card tell you the rarity? Sort by rarity. Okay, so it puts the commons at the top. See, I think Rock Factory is a rare card. It's just like a weird bad one. I don't really, because it like interacts badly with wanting to play drones out of your missile bay. Let's replace a card with the same rarity card from another deck. I was wondering if what it meant was essentially a card from a different color, and it seems like maybe that is correct. Okay, so we have taken Strafe. Fire for 1 damage immediately after every move you make. And it does not say like until the end of turn or anything. The card costs 4 to play, but that's very interesting. Okay, yeah, that's a cool event. Pick an artifact. Every time you heal 1 more, or every time your discard pile is shuffled back, gain an evade. You know, I think I like Caffeine Rush. And let's go fight the elite. Oh, hey. Oh, we are close to a sun and gaining heat constantly. Okay. Drones should be able to find that brittle point pretty fast. I agree. They should be able to do that. Let's hope that they do, in fact, do it. So on the first turn here, we have 4 energy. So 1 extra energy on the first turn, 1 extra energy every third turn. A lot of the time there's 4 energy, just not always. Oh, I guess I should have spat this out first to draw a card, but like, what are the odds that we would have wanted to do that anymore, or any differently than we did? Okay. So if heat is 3 or more at the end of the turn, you take 1 hull damage and heat resets. It's not really a big deal. So that's not the brittle point. So I think I want flex move. Let's put you over here. I'm gonna move over once myself. And then I'm just gonna radio control. Okay, also not the brittle point. Play basic dodge to stock up and just move on here. Okay, so a point of hull damage will be occurring. We have the opportunity to land the corrosive missile. So I would like to move over twice. So I think we want to play flex move B, which prevents us from doing the corrosive missile. So it's like flex move, just tap you once. Yeah, I don't have any 0 cost cards that I would like to draw right now, so we don't want to do draw shot. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to take 1, and we're going to see if that's the brittle point, and if not, then we know it's this one. Okay, so we know it is the far right edge of his ship. If we slide over once and we battalion, we'll take a point of damage. We'll also take a point of shielding. The shield drone will block the 2 damage shot, and we'll just be filling the sky with stuff. I think that's a good way to do it. It's a shame we don't have the resources for a quick radio control, just to get a little bit more shield up before that drone gets destroyed. But it's fine. Okay. So yeah, I don't think we would want to play strafe here. We can move over. So I think we're gonna use a point of drone shift this turn and have these 2 block those spots, but it looks like we might actually be shooting a little bit first. I'm gonna move over, and then I'm going to, because we do have the think twice. But I kind of think I'm just going to slide this stuff over and hit radio control. And then the think twice. Yeah. We could have taken basic shots there, but I would rather like stack up more attack drones and look for more opportunities to play radio control. So let's go ahead and drop that out, and we'll flex move B. Pretty comfortable with this position. That's a shame. That's a lot of movement. We can get... So actually... That's just a kill, right? Yeah. There we go. Took 2 damage. That's not so bad. Ooh, second copy of Battalion is definitely interesting. Vamoose is interesting. Now or never. 3 evade, but lose all evade next turn. So you can't bank, but it gives you a nice desperation move. And it's either the cost goes down or it loses exhaust. I do not hate this, but I kind of think we just want another Battalion, honestly. Every 3 Dizzy cards played, gain a shield. We don't really have that many Dizzy cards. Every 4th turn, gain an overdrive, adds 1 damage to all attacks. I'm assuming it affects damage done by drones. We should probably take it if only to verify that. Okay, Dahlia. Look at your tiny, tiny little ship. So this has a status effect attached to it. Moving over and hitting Shield Surge is not like terrible. There's also something to be said for hitting Strafe on this first turn of the battle and then just dodging left. I kind of like that. I don't want to draw a card right now. Okay, the next one move attempt fails. These cards. Well, we're not really in a terribly dangerous position here. This missile shot sucks a little bit. We can't move more than 1 space here. And it would have to be to the right, right? And that is damage reduction. Moving to the right is damage reduction. Sure wish I had drones. So if we play attack drone and basic dodge and flex move, that feels pretty crummy. Taking the missile to the face is 4 damage. Taking this to the gun is less. Alright, so fail the move, then successfully move. Discover that that's not the brittle point. And then I think there's a question here. Well, I suppose we could put our attack drone in front of the 3 damage shot. I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking, well, you know, why not save it as a resource? But 3 damage does suck. Oh, right. Never mind, I forgot. It moves the whole mid-row. We could have done mid-row stuff instead. I'm still thinking of that card as a card that moves our missiles. Yo, okay. Scramble and block and just don't do anything this turn? Okay, that's the Seeker. So I have the ability to tap left twice right now, which would kill the Seeker, right? The point of free damage just kills the Seeker straight up. It leaves us in position to take this hit on our weakened cockpit, though. I wonder what the Seeker does. Like, where does it hit you? Because if it's only going to deal 2 damage, what we could do is just bank left twice, and then Battalion, get a second point of shielding, just eat the Seeker. But if it's going to hit us in the cockpit, obviously that would be no good. I think I'm going to do that. We'll just see how it works. We'll just pop these up and take a second point of shielding. Okay. It just hits kind of like the closest area. That's fine. Nothing meaningful to that. Now, unfortunately, strafing hard left would be really awkward here. But moving the drones over actually also moves the missile over, which is nice. I'm going to solar breeze first. Kind of hoping to draw more drone movement. I can move left safely. I mean, it's going to peel the shield off of this drone, but like that's okay. And we have to make this thing come over to us, right? I guess I already have that much evade. I'm going to think twice. Show me different cards. These cards are not good for this situation. Okay, flex move is like the kind of thing I wanted. Maybe want to do this. Get the double damage, block their shot, block their missile, get a little bit of shielding, and then still have a shielded attack drone Mark II up, and also like a bunch of ability to scramble. That's so much movement. Alright, so like this is pretty easy. Do I want to go left and then right again? I think I do. Get a little bit of strafe damage there, and then flex move to replace some stuff. Put you in a spot where you can actually deal some damage. Okay, you're set up to do some bodily harm here. Actually, radio control, and then just evade in either direction wins. Or wait, just the radio controls win, right? Bubble every mid-row object's kind of cool. Ooh, Striker Squadron's rad. You pay for it, but it's rad. I like it. Okay, I could actually use a little bit of healing here. I've been somewhat irresponsible. But I mean, the question is like, do I think I'm going to die against the boss? Because if I'm not going to die against the boss with this much health, then the thing to do is strip bad cards out of our deck. I'm going to be greedy. Let's remove basic block and basic shot. Honestly, removing basic shot twice might have been better. Hey, it's Evil Rigs again. Hey, it's the fake time clones again. What did you call us? Yeah, stand still, just like that. I'm lining up my cannons. Okay, I was kind of hoping we might see a different fake future version of somebody. Alright, so you gotta remember these missile bays over here are concussable. And also, the battalion is going to be very helpful as far as not taking damage goes. So, we happen to have strafe and overdrive this turn, or we happen to have 5 energy and overdrive this turn. So part of me definitely wants to play the strafe, but I think it's better if I basic dodge and battalion. Or I guess flex move and battalion would be the smart thing to do. And then the question is just like, how do you line the objects up? So let's flex move. Where do we want our gear to end up? I guess I would like it if the strike drones ended up here and here. So I want to move over first. Then I want a battalion. And I want to move them. Oh, this is the low value battalion too. That being the case, do I actually, maybe I want to move them, maybe I want to set them here? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We won't cancel the temp shield, but we will get 1 bonus damage on this. Okay, strikers. Interesting. Flex Move 2 is very compelling. But then we're not doing Striker Squadron. I have to figure out... Is it like Flex Move 2 into Think Twice? Gosh, they're going to put out so much noise. Does anything make more sense than moving 2 to the right? I don't think so. Yeah, give me this. Give me Think Twice. So we can spit out another attack drone here. The question is, where along this path do we want to do that? And I think the answer is like all the way over there, maybe? Or we have 3 points of movement. We could move these over 1, spit out the attack drone now, and then slide the drones to the right 2 more spaces. Have them just shoot the cockpits and block this slot. Actually, I like that, I think. Okay, little cockpit. So we can move all of the missiles. We can move all of the mid-row stuff with our parallel shift and our flex move. Where do we want things to be? This is a little awkward. Flex Move 2 is going to give me the ability to move myself over to the right 2, and then once I'm over to the right 2, if I wanted to just move everything off the left side of the conflict, it would take... What? The scaffolding on our ship would be here. Apologies, I'm indicating with my finger. The scaffolding on our ship would be in this row. So then it would be like gun, missile bay, wing. So in order to move this missile out, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 points of mid-row movement, which we can't get. Okay, we don't necessarily have to do all that. I can move as much as 3 spaces this turn because I have a point of evade banked. So we can move left and get this shot down the scaffolding, put our cockpit in front of an area that's not dealing any damage this turn. And then if we move things to the right, this missile is already... I mean, all I'd have to do is move the missile over once and it misses completely. And I would just take 2 damage. I think that's okay. So I want to go here. And then slide these over to there. And that's like not awesome, but it's okay. And then... we could slide them over 1 more to the right and then play parallel shift to slide them another 1 to the right beyond that. And that gets that missile off the right side of my ship and also puts 1 of our turrets in the in this position. But it also gets 1 of our turrets killed. It's kind of not amazing. It is just kind of not amazing. All right, I think I'm going to radio control. Just do a couple points of damage. We still have a shield. Okay, battalion time. And the left battalion is going to have a shield. So it'd be really cool if the missile bay could be right here for that attack. I don't have that much movement currently. But we can draw a card and, well, I flex move, basic dodge. But I want to be able to play battalion. Gosh, I want things to be further to the right than they're going to be, including my body. If I basic dodge here and then play the battalion, I'm lining myself up for taking 3 damage and then using the battalion to block some of it. And like the damage we do to this thing this turn is basically fake anyway. But it's just like the turns where it's reasonable to actually play battalion are kind of few and far between. And so you really do, you want to get it out there when you can. We can also cancel these missiles and create kind of like an area of safety over here to some extent. All right, I'm going to if I move left, then I play battalion, then I play solar breeze. We end up with the shield drone here, then the shield drone here, which puts the bubbled attack drone there and the other attack drone here, and this thing killing a missile shot. And I have 2 points of shielding to absorb the 2 points of damage. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so basic dodge, battalion, and no, I'm taking 4 damage there. And we're getting a point of shielding to stop it. So the question is, do I want to leave the drones where they are right now? I'm like, no, I don't think so. But it is a lot of damage. Yeah, I think this is right. I'm taking 2 hull damage, and I don't know if there's a lot I don't know if there's a lot I want to do about it. And doing it this way, at least it leaves us with a point of drone movement still too, so I can do stuff like move the mid row over a tile, which I think I want to do. Striker Squadron will put the new drones out to the sides here, and I could just take no damage this turn from that. Like Striker Squadron into radio control is just like volley really hard, and then I lose one of the upgraded drones and one of the weak drones. The drone that blocks here has bubble. That seems pretty okay. And then this lets us see if overdrive does in fact affect our drone damage. That's pretty good. So it looks to me like the overdrive does not affect drone damage. That is a real shame. Okay, and that healed us for exactly full. Rad. Extremely rad, actually. Okay. Attack, then move the enemy right, then move myself left. That's interesting. I love, the flippable version. That's very fun. A Jupiter drone. Every time you attack, this drone copies your attack. Okay. So presumably this drone would get the benefit of your overdrive or power drive. This is choose a card in your draw pile and put it in your hand, which is very, very good. Yeah, wow, that's a very good card. Jupiter Drone feels kind of not great in the version of the deck that we've built, but I can definitely see a version of the deck where you are less heavy on the drones. You're basically just playing a normal deck that has a second gun in it. That's a little bit more exciting for this. I'm going to take the selective memory, honestly. I think that's fantastic. Gain 1 extra energy every turn, add a trash to your draw pile every 2 turns. I mean, 1 extra energy every turn is such a huge boon. Gain an energy every time you destroy a mid-row object. Yo. But it's every time I destroy it, not every time one is destroyed. Still, I think this is good. I'm going to take the salvage arm. I feel like that has a lot of opportunity in it. All right, back to question mark town. Okay, so you have 1 permanent power drive. I hate that. That sucks a huge amount. Well, I probably want to move left or I probably want to move right, rather. And then selective memory my good battalion, the strong battalion, right? That feels pretty good. And most of the 1-cost cards in my deck are pretty not optimal in this situation, like the shots. But we could get a radio control. We could get a basic dodge. Yeah, all right. Let's think twice. Show me radio control. Hell yeah. Okay, we found the brittle part. Absolutely rad. Look at this. Look at all this cowardice. Flex move. 1, 2. And just like radio control. And it doesn't make a huge amount of sense for me to try to move. I guess I should have weaved a basic shot in between the movements. I could have gained a damage here relative to what I'm going to do, which is nothing with that other energy. But I do believe you are dead there, friend. Striker Squadron. Oh, right, my missile bay is totally in the wrong position for that. Well, whatever. Then we also play an attack drone. And then I hide behind my drones, as always. Boom, boom. Prepare looks a little bit more compelling in this deck. Better version of block shot, but I just don't know how much I want to pick up cards that aren't like drone shenanigans or evasion at this point. I think I skip. And then we take like this middle road here, just optimize for artifacts and unknown energy signatures. We don't need a heal. Getting a hail from a research vessel. Oh, hey, it's Dr. Bjorn. Hail, are you available for a brief test of the great Dr. Bjorn's latest invention, the Duplatron? This might sting a bit. Duplicate a card in your deck. I do get to choose. I don't want to lose 4 max hull, but I will take a duplicate. And is it the good battalion, or is it selective memory? I think it's the good battalion, right? It's like more drones is more good. Especially since if we play battalion and like the sky is too full and we're smashing stuff with it, we get partial refund thanks to our salvage arm. Like, this is a fun example. That said, this is also like a really safe time to play Strafe. And then I can shoot. I was gonna slide sideways, blow something up, and then use that energy to play attack drone. But if I do that, the moving either way just creates a situation where the attack drone explodes on impact. That's a little shame. We'll just tap. For this turn, we can just let it go. Okay. Can you just show me different cards? I just don't like these ones at all. Okay, here we go. Here's something. So, if we were to... Missile shot right now will only cost me 1 energy. That's pretty fun. And then... how do I want to do this? We could Solar Breeze for options. Just show me something. Okay, Scramble's like not nothing. Unfortunately, his empty spot is right there, so when we dodge sideways, we're not even hitting him. But if I scramble and then I dodge sideways 1, 2, 3 times, we get back enough energy to play a battalion, which is kind of fun. There's the corrosion missile. We're getting shields. And now it's just a matter of time. Flex Move 2 becomes a very good card, although not a very good card for moving leftward. What card do I want here? The thing is, I could play Flex Move B and move the midboard right and then move myself left. I'd have to get... I need 3 points of movement to get clear, which is awkward. But this lets me do all kinds of stuff. That's... that was the wrong button, as you might imagine. I mean, it's fine. I meant to slide the mid-row left. I was going to slide the mid-row left and then move myself right. Now I've kind of goofed that up. So yeah, I think we're going to do selective memory just for something that lets us move again. Oh, there's actually no cards in my... Well, this is going well. Draw shot? Okay, nothing. That's a shame. Well, in that case... Okay. That's pretty bad. Alright, we're just gonna have to do this. It's like very unexciting. That gives us the ability to flex move, which lets me go over here, lets me move the drones to safety, which is, you know, again, not exciting, but whatever. I don't think I really want to basic shot this thing and get my energy back and then basic shot space, so we'll just tap out there. But that was a little bit of a silly way for that to go. Listen, if we have to wait for the corrosion to take this thing out, we can wait for the corrosion to take this thing out. 1 times 5 is just, it's a lot. It's so much. Yep, so I'm just gonna leave here. We'll take a draw shot on the way out. And hey, look, it's cards. Now we draw all the cards that do anything. That was a very unfortunate turn. We drew everything in the absolute worst possible order. We did find the brittle part of the enemy ship, though. That's cool. I wish their cockpit was concussable. All right, so pretty good time to draw Battalion A. Am I going to... How am I going to deal with the incoming damage? Am I just going to tank this? I think so. Yeah, parallel shift here is a little awkward. Well, I guess we're going to want to do it after we play the battalion, though, because otherwise one of the good attackers will miss, and we'll just leave the point of evade on for the moment. Okay, now we're doing a little bit more real damage. Okay, not a bad time for radio control. And then, gosh, I wish I had more radio control. We already have the ability to just move all the drones left once. I think I might Striker Squadron and then move all the drones left once. I think that's what we're doing. Let's get rid of that. Move you guys over. Let that shot just come through the center. Just banking stuff for later. Like shield. If we do this, what are we going to draw? Probably not a card that's worth having. Let's just let the damage accumulate. Okay, if we flex move and place... What do I need to do? 14? So a volley will do 4 and 4. Right, we only have 1 energy this turn, though. I mean, this isn't terrible. It's just like a very low impact turn, which I guess we knew we were going to have. I will play basic dodge, and I guess we can just strafe left. It doesn't hurt anything to strafe left. We get a little bit of damage out of it. Yeah. I'll just call it. That's fine. It's an okay turn. Strip his shield and he reshields, which is really annoying. And here we go. Here's some radio control. So, unfortunately, we can't get the good drones back over to the wing. So let's play flex move for sure. I can bank left twice, get myself out of harm's way, get back an energy. Then... once again, we're just stripping the shield because he gains so much shield so quickly, which is really annoying. And then... I was really hoping that was going to have the burst the bubble on the drone, but I keep the drone. But I guess not. All right, we're getting there. Okay, cool. Yeah, it takes a little bit of doing sometimes. You got to put in the effort. I think I would like another radio control over another battalion at this point. Look at your tiny little ship. All right, Solar Breeze Me, show me a different card. Ugh. Really crummy. Okay, I guess we start by just, like, banking movement resources. All right, they're going to dodge our next shot to the right. I am curious to see how this interacts with the drones. So if we put out the drones right now, and they dodge the leftmost drone's attack, that's actually pretty okay for us. I think I'm going to do this battalion. I'm going to selective memory radio control. Yeah, that's an okay outcome. Okay, so now you dodge so hard that you're going to end up with your guns around this attack drone. Unless we make that different. So let's see here. We could... How would we do this? With 2 points of evade still up, we could move left right now and then fire, which would put this thing's guns directly in front of the drones. Honestly, I don't hate that. Just like draw shot. And then... Gosh. Oh boy, we do not have a lot of interesting moves here. Let me think twice. Yeah, okay. Radio control's fine. Into shield surge. One of the wings had to be the brittle part, right? Because we already hit the center. Yo, the EMP! Cancel every single intent on the enemy ship and end my turn and all my drones fire. Definitely feels like a winner for our deck. Okay, this thing, the buried relic. Let's do it. It's not going to attack us till we attack it, right? I think that's what happened last time. So maybe this is a time to like play strafe and don't do anything else. Nope. Okay. It is kind of waking up. It's hard to tell. Let's do this and shield surge, I guess. Okay, you pick up a lot of HP when you when you stand up. Okay, so a single strafe right is not terrible here. Except in that it does not allow us to. It doesn't set us up for that other battalion very well. Let's do this. And then, like... draw shot? I don't really love Solar Breeze. But, like, there's 2 radio controls left in this deck. And I would like to draw one of them. It would be pretty rad to draw one of them. And if we don't, or even if we do, we can, you know, play some other stuff here. Parallel shift just puts them back where they already are. Or it lets me... No, it is just sort of crummy, right? Yeah, I guess I just hit end turn. It sucks to lose that good drone, but... Okay, a little bit of overdrive. And me now in a position where I don't want to move left anymore. It's a little awkward. Striker Squadron's a pretty bad play right now. Gosh. Do I just think twice immediately? Just looking for... It'll put our whole discard pile back over there, so it's really hard to know what we'll draw. We're not going to be able to scoot far enough to the right to avoid the 5 damage. But if I move left, I'm going to just destroy the shield drone. I mean, just staying right here doesn't... We don't really take that much damage. I'm going to radio control and then I think think twice. Show me some more cards. Okay, so there's an option. And also just like basic shot. I don't know, basic shot's probably less good than stacking up basic dodge, right? Yeah, shielded drones are really nice. So you only have 5 HP left, which means that Striker Squadron's a kill. Selective memory or radio control, and boom! Easy. Never been so easy. Repair kit. Destroying this will heal the destroyer's hull for 2. Wow, that's a cool one. 1 extra energy next turn. I had to say, Refresh Interval B is exciting. That's an interesting card. Evasive Shot upgraded is also pretty okay, actually. I think I actually really like this. Repair Kit is, I think, more exciting earlier in the game. 4 spaces to the right of your missile bay. Huh. Put it over there and figure it out later. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take Evasive Shot A. Maybe that's a little silly. Every time your discard pile is shuffled back, the enemy loses 1 hull, caps at 3 damage per turn. That's very cool. Start the battle with 3 drone shift is also very cool. I feel like we can flip through our deck very quickly, and often do. Every 5th time you attack, gain 1 evade. I'm assuming that drone strikes don't count as attacks for the purpose of this, so quick draw it is. Oh, my brain. Ah, you all again. An extra planar being, neat. What do you value most? If I say damage... Oh, okay, we don't... This is not a mysterious thing. Okay, so we're getting a powerful single-use card. You know, honestly, evasion's really good. With our strafe and everything. Yo! That is a fish! That ship is just a rad fish. Okay, so obviously we would like to tack rightward twice. We do not currently have that option. So let's draw a shot. Hey, look, scramble. Okay. Sadly, we do not have the ability to do much of anything else. I can shoot you once for 1 damage. Discovering that your left wing is not, or I guess from your perspective, your right wing is not the brittle component. Okay, interesting. We go left and we battalion. I feel pretty okay about that battalion. And there's the brittle component. Rad. What the fuck are you doing? Fly? Could you just like fly in a straight line for a second? Jeez. I wish I had some evade. I don't really want to play my ephemeral dodge here. I want to save it for the boss. The card it gives me is probably just some guard. Like, I probably don't actually care, right? I think we just end turn. I know that seems weird, but I don't have anything else to do. Okay, it's just like just a single garbage card. It's very not exciting. Flex move is really good. You guys go here. I will think twice before moving. Do a hull damage. Rad. And then draw some pretty weird cards. Well, I don't want a battalion. I don't want a solar breeze. then I just have to spend, well, no, I think I just move over and waste an energy. I think that's fine. Yeah, this thing fucking, it really just like flies all over the place. All right, scramble and basic dodge. And I guess we'll go here. Okay, flex move B into radio control. I believe it's just a win, right? Doesn't take all that many drones, but it does sometimes take a number of shots from those drones. Energy drone A beams 1 energy back at its... Yo! Yes, give me the energy drone, please. Howdy. Let's remove 2 cards. Probably a basic shot. And also basic shot. And let's see what happens. Same plan as last time, I guess. Self-upload initiated. Good luck out there. Good luck. Alright, so... concussable. But armored. So, I want to tack to the right one. I want to put up that good battalion. But before I put up that good battalion, I want to do an evasive shot, right? I think that's the thing. Well, no, I guess I'd rather spend it on radio control. And the drone will cancel the intent. But it will do so while dealing 1 more damage than I was going to do. Oh, I'm silly. That's a weak point on my ship. I'm going to take damage here. What a goober. Oh, no, that's right. This is a weak point, not a brittle point. I do not, in fact, take damage. Do we want a solar breeze? I think so. This is the fight where we're playing the ephemeral dodge. Whether or not I use the dodge right now, there's no reason not to bank it right now. And then I think we do want to think twice. These cards are all great, but I don't want to play any of them right this second. This is going to be radio control into flex move B for sure, right? It's just a matter of like where specific things end up. Because I could put... if I slide left 1... or slide left 2... Ugh, that's an empty spot. That's annoying. Well, I think I want to be over here. Let's flex move 2. Let's radio control now while everybody's in front of the enemy. And then... if I slide y'all over 2, I take 2 damage here, which is actually only 1 damage, which is like fine. And I keep all my drones. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I should be right here because I'll get shielded this way and we'll actually take 0 damage. Just like wasting resources. It's like I don't even want those resources. All right, putting trash into my deck. Don't appreciate that. Ooh, okay. Energy drone goes out and it blocks the fire of his missile. And radio control becomes really funny. I don't hate that. Okay. Found a weak point, not the brittle point. I can slide over twice. Launch an attack drone. If I slide over twice, I'm not going to catch the energy from this drone. And I can't stop this attack from happening. But if I slide over once, I could just like fill the air with attack drones. I kind of like that. We'll just eat that shot. I think this is fine. I want to catch the energy off the energy drone. It's not a terrible outcome. Okay. So, launching all the drones and missiles right now while we're not in front of that big missile feels pretty solid. And then, like, I can absolutely just eat a damage here. We don't have to do very much this turn at all. So maybe this is a good time to turn on strafe. Or, honestly, you know what? Maybe it's just, like, stockpile burn trash. I could move over a space. It's like, do I value a shield over a point of evade is the question. I think I'm okay just taking the damage. I think I do value a point of evade. Okay. Striker Squadron. It's hard to get the Striker Squadron like in the right spots. I need more drone movement. It's like all of my drone movements in my deck right now. Because right now radio controls look really bad actually. Let's see here. I could move over. I could move over twice, move to the right twice, Striker Squadron, and cancel those intents, at the very least. And then honestly, maybe move back? Right? That's not horrible. I should have done the evasive shot while I was there, but too late now. Just gonna radio control and burn trash. And you know, tick, tick, tick. We are getting there. Okay, a parallel shift. So if I parallel shift and then move things to the right again, it's actually pretty good, I think. Right, because we have a canceled intent here, shield block there. The energy drone finally gets eaten, but I don't think it's such a big deal. I could move over 2 spaces to the right. Missile shot here would be really bad. I should just move over. And then, yeah, like... Pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. Bunch of stuff gets destroyed, but it's okay, I think. These are parts that I don't think we've tested for... oh my god, the energy drone doesn't have exhaust on it, right? Man, that's pretty good. Do I want a selective memory? Like, I think I'm going to EMP this turn. It doesn't seem like the enemy gains shield, so there's no point in holding on to this until shield time. And like, this is a turn where we have a fair amount of damage lined up. So let's selective memory. Oh, okay. Selective memory, a basic dodge just to hold, and then EMP. Let the drones do what they're going to do. I thought there was a pretty good chance that we were going to find the brittle part on that one. So I need to get you 2 over, which I absolutely can do. Flex move. If I do that, one of the drones is going to miss. This drone is bubble blocking the big damage income, which is actually pretty good. I don't know that I want to move at all, frankly. And then we get weak and brittle shots here. Like, that's fantastic. And I just take 2 damage into my 3 shields, which I think is fine. Versus any movement, which only makes things worse. Yeah, and then we're good. We got it. Oh, friend, why? Why do that? Why do that to yourself? You are growing stronger. Who shall it be this time? Riggs. We're gonna focus. Hey, can I get a burger and large soda? In this realm, all things are possible. Wow. All right, I'm gonna head out. Do you not have any questions? Oh, me? Nah, all good, all good. In fact, this whole memory thing, I'll pass. If your memories are not restored, you will be severed from the time stream. Oh, well, that's bad. It is. Okay, Riggs, memory 2. T-minus 98 days. Yeah, put that crate over here. You got it, bud. And what's all this stuff for, anyways? We're not allowed to talk about it with you. You shouldn't even be this far into the ship. Well, I'm honored to have finally earned your trust. You haven't. Ah, but no one else is certified to drive the forklift. Got it. All right, that's done. I better get headed back. Launch request denied. Huh? Dizzy's making tacos tonight. Stay a few hours. Okay. It was a weirdly hostile way to be like, hey, would you like some tacos? And I guess we have now unlocked Drake. Her cards are strong attacks and status effects, but be careful not to overheat. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, I talked even more that time. But we're 2 for 2. And that was on hard, so we've unlocked ourselves a new ship, right? Hell yeah. Okay, well, I think you know what we will be doing next time. That is going to be it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return next time, new crew member, new ship, lots of exciting new stuff to find, and we'll see you then.